All right, guys, we got Nick's picks week 7 coming at you guys, season 2, mind you. Just a quick little rundown of our standings this season. So through 6 weeks, we got me in the lead. I got 36 points. Bobby with 29 in second place, and then Nick's kind of standing in third there with 24 points. Yeah. Things to note. So far, 2 of my money lines have hit this year. That's the most on the season.
That is true.
In addition to that, through 6 weeks, I have been over 500. I have been 500 or better every single week with my picks. Keep that in mind, guys, when you
got the hot hand.
When you're following along. I may have just put the Garage Talk curse on myself this week. We don't know.
I really hope, because
I know. I'm kind of not running away with it, but I got a comfortable lead. I'd like to keep padding it. But I'm hoping to keep the trend. My goal for the season was to be above 500 on my picks. I wanted to be 500 or better every single week. So I'm still on pace for that. So we'll see how it goes. You know, I had 8 out of 14 last week. I'll take it.
That ain't bad.
We'll roll forward though into our Nick's picks, guys, without Nick being here.
Yeah.
But he gave us his picks. So we'll mention those as well, who he's riding with. We just won't have his analysis or reasoning to go with it. But do you guys really want it? He's in third place. Anyways, we'll kick it off here. We got Thursday night football. Saints at the Cardinals in Arizona in University of Phoenix Stadium. Robbie Anderson is going to be playing in this game.
Yes.
But DeAndre Hopkins also comes back in this game.
Yes. But Chris Olave is back.
Chris Olave is back. Cardinals favored by 2.5. I want to take the Cardinals in this game, but I haven't seen it from them this year to feel comfortable taking them.
And the Saints have a good defense.
Saints have a good defense. 2.5 point favorites for the Cardinals. I'm going to take the Saints there.
I'm going to go with the Saints as well. Nick will take the Cardinals.
He is riding with the Cardinals. But then we'll move forward into our Sunday games. First matchup, we have Cowboys hosting the Lions. Cowboys are favored by 7. Cowboys coming off of Cooper Rush had a brutal Sunday night showing.
Dak's back.
Oh, Dak is back?
Dak's back.
So Dak is back. +7. Lions have been so inconsistent this year. I don't like +7 spreads. However, I'm still going to go with the Cowboys here. I'm taking them to win by more than that. Terrible defense. If Dak is back, Cooper Rush did a lot with the Cowboys offense. If Dak is back, you'd assume he can only do more.
You'd hope.
You would hope he can do more. Dallas has suffered worse losses to worse teams. So 7 points, I feel comfortable saying Cowboys are going to win by more than that.
Now hear me out.
I'm hearing you.
Patriots absolutely just destroyed.
With Bailey Zappi.
Yes, they absolutely destroyed the Lions. But Dan Campbell's going to gather the troops. All right, they're going to have a great game. They're a high-scoring offense. I'm taking Lions money line here.
That's a 7-point underdog, and you're money lining it. That's definitely our biggest money line of the season.
We're taking them. That's how confident I am in
That's how confident you are. Okay, well, Nick's right there with you with the Lions, just not as a money line. I'm willing to bet if he were here, he'd say something like, they're probably not going to win, but I think they will cover. 7-point spreads. I don't like the big spreads. Usually they get covered, so I'm going to take them to cover. That's something Nick would roughly say.
That's true.
I can't mimic his voice, so I'm not going to try. But then I'll bring us to our next matchup. We got the Colts going to Tennessee, which, by the way, side note, Tennessee is finalizing a deal with Nashville to build a new stadium.
Oh, wow.
So
that's cool.
It'll be cool to see if that happens and what they build. I don't know if it's going to be domed. I think it'll be domed so that they can host Super Bowls.
Well, yeah.
Because now it's like a requirement. It has to be domed to host a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So wish that was a thing back when the Bears played in rainy Miami in the Super Bowl. But you know what? I'm not getting into that. We got the Titans hosting the Colts. Colts won against the Jaguars. Titans are 2.5-point favorites. Colts are just an inconsistent team. They're tough to kind of pinpoint where they're at on the year.
Yeah.
In Tennessee, I like Tennessee winning. 2.5-point favorites, field goal or more. So I'm gonna roll with Tennessee on this one.
Yeah, I'm taking Tennessee on this.
Yeah, Derrick Henry might impose his will there. Nick, rolling with the Colts.
Jonathan Taylor is looking like he's going to come back this week.
That would be good. But Nick's rolling with the Colts. The Colts are my least favorite matchup of every single week.
Yeah.
Because I just don't know what Colts team we're going to get. Are we getting the Colts that beat the Chiefs or the Colts that just look like crap?
Yep.
So I don't like putting faith in them, but I did last week and they didn't let me down. However, Tennessee has done more for me throughout Bobby's bets and Nick's picks this year. Ooh, throwback.
Yeah.
So I'm rolling Tennessee. And then we got Giants going into Jacksonville. This one was a surprising one with the Jaguars being 3-point favorites.
I don't understand it.
It's probably because it's in Jacksonville, so
Yeah.
it's warm. With that, though, I am finally starting to buy in on the Giants. So 3 points, I'm taking the Giants on this one. If they lose, I imagine it's not by more than that. So
Yeah.
I think they will cover, or at the very worst, push, which means none of us get points here. Nick is moneylining the Giants. I agree with him on that one. I would have moneylined it if he didn't get his picks in before me. And I'm not going to copy his money line. No one does that
Yeah.
in this world. No, come on. That's just that. I might as well be an invertebrate at that point. No, I got a spine. I'm going to money line somewhere else.
Yeah, you don't go with the flow.
Yeah, I can't just do that.
pay
So
your-
he's
your-
money lining the Giants. I think that's a good money line pick. I think that one will
That's
hit. I'm
real
expecting Nick to get his +2 on this one.
Yeah, you'd help, but also Nick's been absolutely
He needs it.
terrible.
He needs it for sure. He definitely needs it. Nick, Bobby, you're also rolling with the Giants in
Yeah.
that one as well. And that one's kind of self-explanatory. Giants have been looking really good as a
They
team.
beat the Packers in London. They beat the Ravens in New York.
Yeah, they're
They'll beat
looking
the
good.
Jags
I mean,
in
they're looking good. Saquon's going. Daniel Jones looks solid. Brian Dable's running a really good show over there in New York. So I'm going to roll with them. And then speaking of the Ravens, they're our next matchup. They are hosting the Browns. Ravens favored by 6 in this matchup. I feel weird picking the Ravens. 6 points. You know what? I'm not picking the Ravens. I'm going with the Browns.
You're taking the Browns on
I'm
this?
taking the Browns to
All right,
cover.
well, I took the Browns because,
I'm going to change that one. As I started
Like-
talking about it, I just can't.
yeah,
Browns have done enough this year to cover.
they really have. And, dude, I don't know what it is with the Patriots. Their defense,
You mean Ravens?
no, the Patriots. Like,
Oh.
because the Browns
Browns-
played the Patriots last
Yeah,
week.
they got
and
spanked by the Patriots.
Dude, their
Patriots defense is good.
it's just really good. And
And-
it's like,
And the Ravens defense has some issues right now.
Yeah,
there's
it really
There's
does.
some
So-
tension as well. Not even just on the field, but just tension in the locker room.
yeah, I think this is like their bounce back game.
Yeah.
Like they're gonna come back. They're gonna figure out the offense. They're gonna get Nick Chubb going. Really, that's
I
all
think
you
they'll
need.
cover.
Yeah, they'll cover it. I don't know about as far as winning it, but they'll cover it.
Yeah, that's fair. And then our next matchup, we're sticking here in the AFC North. The Bengals hosting the Falcons. Bengals favored by 6.5. Now, this is a key piece of information here, guys. This year, actually, I don't want to speak about it, but I have to because I started. Falcons are undefeated against the spread.
Thank you. I'm glad you say it because now
Undefeated against
they're
the
going to be
spread.
defeated against the spread this week.
I'm going to knock on wood that it stays that way. 6.5 point favorites. Bengals have been decent. They're another one of those inconsistent teams. They're
Yeah,
good, but they
they-
could be better. They're underperforming right now, I think is safe
Yeah.
to say. Falcons coming off of a very big win against the 49ers.
Huge.
I like the Falcons to cover on this one. Will they win? I don't know. I can't say that they'll win, but covering a 6.5 point spread, I think they can do.
I think that.
So does Nick, by the way.
Yeah, I think the Bengals got this. It's like the Falcons are a good team. Well, I wouldn't say a good team. They have been a better team than everyone thought they have been.
Yes,
But
yes, they're exceeding expectations.
like for the Bengals, you got to take advantage of these teams. You got to put them
Yeah,
away.
that's
And
fair.
You got to
Wow.
beat them by more than 6 points.
True. And now we're going into Washington. The Washington Commanders, go Commies. They are hosting the Green Bay Packers. Boo Cheeseheads. Packers 4.5 point favorites going into Washington. Green Bay has looked bad this year. They have not looked like the Green Bay of the past. However, Washington is without Carson Wentz,
Taylor Heineke is going to be the starter.
which I guess there's always the chance of Taylor magic. I guess it's tough, but this one I'm taking the Packers at 4.5. Because Washington just looked so bad against the Bears on
They did.
Thursday night. I'd like to think that the Packers can at least win by 5 points. But I will be happy if I'm wrong because anytime Green Bay loses, I'm happy, even if I pick them. You see, I'll pick them in Bobby's bets or Nick's picks. Wow, man, I'm really botching this. I'll pick them in Nick's picks. I will never bet on them on FanDuel because I don't ever want to have to actually root for them when it matters. So I'm taking the Packers here because the commies just blow.
Yeah, they
and
are.
so is Nick, by the way, for those curious.
That's true. I'm riding the Packers too. But I just wanted to be mentioned. I took Jets last week and not
Yeah.
disappointed. It's a great pick.
Yeah, it was a great pick, Bobby.
Yeah.
That was bold. You should have money lined.
I know I should have.
That was a bold one. Jets 27-10, big win for them.
Yeah.
But now we're going to go out to Vegas here with the Raiders they're hosting the Texans. Raiders are 7-point favorites. And, I'm inclined to take Houston to cover. I don't know why. I just got a weird feeling this week. I can't really pinpoint anything about it. This just feels like one of those games where Vegas is going to have yet another kind of mediocre performance. They'll probably win because Houston's bad. But like they're gonna be slow on offense and they're not gonna look sharp, and it's gonna allow Houston to lose by less than 7.
Fair enough. I will say I have been picking the Raiders and they have not been doing good, but I'm going to keep riding with that and hope that
until it changes.
Yeah, until something changes,
They're bound to hit eventually,
Yeah,
right?
I just like being insane, doing the same thing over and over again.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze.
But Nick's going to ride with the Raiders with me. Hopefully something happens here.
Who had to mute the mic for that last one?
No, it's okay. Bless you.
Yeah, no, Nick's also rolling with the Raiders on that one. And then we're gonna stay in the AFC West. We got the Broncos country,
Let's ride.
hosting the Jets, who are coming off a big win. Broncos are favored by 1 point. This to me is like absolute easy Jets money line. Not even taking a second guess about it. Like boom, money lining the Jets. That's my pick. Seems too easy.
Fair enough. This is my lock of the week. Go with the Jets.
Jets is Bobby's lock of the week. Nick is also with us on the Jets on this one. So that's a three-piece right there
for Broncos fans, I'm sorry. I hate Nathaniel Hackett. Russell Wilson sucks.
it's cringy as hell.
He's cringy as hell. Your team's just not good. And
He just ain't that. He just ain't it.
like he's saying
They're not as good as everyone thought they were going to be.
Yeah, they're not.
Us included. We thought they were going to be very good.
we were riding the Russ train.
Yeah, and they're not it. Jets 1 point underdogs. Yeah, that's a money line, guys. That's a money line.
That's a lock of the week. They're gonna beat them.
Absolutely. And then sticking again in the AFC West, we have the Chargers. They are hosting the Seahawks, and Chargers are 6.5-point favorites in this game. Seahawks, good win against Arizona last week. Very impressive. They are another team. They're like the Falcons, right? They're playing better than anyone thought they would be.
Yep.
So I want to commend them for that. However, the Chargers, a weird game on Monday night.
It was.
It was just a weird one. Justin Herbert, for the second time in his career, didn't throw a touchdown after DraftKings boosted the bet for one touchdown pass for Justin Herbert, boosted it from -800 to +100. And coincidentally, didn't throw a touchdown pass. Cough, cough. Betting is rigging sports. Cough, cough. You didn't hear it here. But little sketchy when you really think about it. Like hours before the game, they boost that bet.
And he doesn't.
And then he doesn't do it, and they just swindle how many people? I mean, come on, Bobby. You're a better. If you were on DraftKings, do you think you would have seen that and be like, I'll bet that?
Yeah, 100%.
Exactly. Like they got so many people with that one. Kind of sus. I don't know. Is there I'm not making an Among Us joke. It's sketchy. And so and now that's got that whole is sports betting rigging games. I don't know. I'm not going to speculate one way or the other. I will just leave it at it is suspicious.
Dustin Hopkins, oh man, injured, still hit 4 field goals?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
And the game winner and fell.
Yeah.
So he wasn't feeling great, but he toughed it out for the team like a teammate does.
Yeah.
Respect. But we'll stay here again in the AFC West. Chiefs are going to be going into San Francisco. 3-point favorites against the 49ers in San Fran. This is my lock of the week. Chiefs, 49ers not looking very good. It's just three, they're inconsistent as well. That's the case with a lot of teams that should be better. There's just inconsistencies from a lot of teams this year. Chiefs, far from inconsistent. You're going to get a high-powered offense, and their defense is going to do enough to allow the Chiefs to keep getting the ball back.
Yeah.
Chiefs +3, lock of the week. Lock it in. Chiefs winning that game by more than that.
Yep, I agree. Also, Seahawks. I'm taking the Seahawks on.
Oh, sorry, I didn't let you get your pick in. Nick and I are taking the Chargers. I don't even think I gave my pick for that one.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's that matchup there. Nick's taking the Chiefs alongside Bobby and myself. And then we're going into Sunday Night Football. Steelers going into Miami, where we know what the home field advantage is in Miami. It's a 30-degree difference, all that sciencey stuff that they do with the construction of their stadium. Dolphins are 7-point favorites. In Miami, I want to take the Dolphins on this one. I like the Steelers. Mitch had a great game off the bench.
True.
We don't know the state of Kenny Pickett.
We don't.
We don't know if he's playing or not. However, I don't think you're getting much difference in quarterback play, to be honest with you. They're pretty comparable. Both guys aren't gonna, Kenny Pickett's too new to be the dude who just elevates his team to the next level.
Yeah.
And Mitch isn't the guy who necessarily does that. Good game though from him. I'm not taking that away from Mitch. I love Mitch.
I feel like the Steelers found rhythm in their offense, and I'm really hoping that they don't lose by more than 7.
Yeah, but Dolphins, I feel like they can pull it off. If it wasn't in Miami, I'm taking Pittsburgh, but it's in Miami, so I'm taking the Dolphins.
Fair enough.
Because home field advantage in Miami is real.
Yeah.
Like, it is legit. And then that takes us finally to Monday Night Football. Bears, Patriots.
Patriots favored by 7.5.
Patriots favored by 7.5. I realized what we were talking about before we started recording. I was so messed up in my head. My schedules were all messed up. Ignore me. That you just witnessed a total recollection of everything. And I was like, wait a second. What I said before we started recording made absolutely no sense. Apologies.
Yeah, well, it wasn't recorded, so
So Patriots 7.5-point favorites in New England. Bailey Zappi's still playing in this game.
Dude, their defense is just insane.
Defense is so legit.
But
I think I do believe that this is going to be a very low scoring game. And with that, I don't think 7.5 points. I think the Bears will cover that. I really do. This is going to be like a 13-6 game. Bears are going to have another week under 10 points.
Honestly, the Bears might not even score a touchdown.
They might not.
And I think that
the Bears might, and it's going to be low. It's going to be a low scoring game.
I'm going to say
my prediction.
14-0.
That would suck. But I'm taking the Bears to cover. Nick's joining me there. I'm not taking the Bears to win. That's for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, and that's Nick's picks, guys.
Yep.
So remember, I'm in the lead 39, Bobby 28,
and Nick
with 24. I'm over 500, hoping it stays. But we will see. So we will update you guys next week.
Yep.
And as always, if you do take our picks and go ahead and place some bets with them, we are not responsible for any money that you lose. Please do not come after us for that. Just saying.
If you do win, give us a shout out.
Yeah. If you win based on our picks, we would love it if you posted that. Shouted us out on Twitter or something. Would take it. Any press is good press. Just don't come after us if you're losing money.
Yeah, but if you do lose, cuff Ryan. And it's $1,200. Don't.
Not our fault. We didn't make you place the bets. Please understand that, guys.
True.
But thanks for tuning in, guys, and we'll get you Nick's picks next week.
See ya.